Okay, guys, this webinar is about to start now. And today, our topic is about Weincloud, which is Weintek's new cloud service. Okay, and today we're going to talk about these parts. And the first, we're going to introduce our Weincloud and what kind of services does our Weincloud provide. And then the second part is that we have a new cloud service called Dashboard. I'm going to introduce the dashboard and its widgets, okay, to show you that what our dashboard can do. And the third part is that I'm going to talk about the permission management of Weincloud. Okay, and the fourth part is that I'm going to have a small demonstration about how to send the data from our HMI to the dashboard. Okay, so here's our Weincloud. Our Weincloud is our new cloud monitoring platform, and it integrates our HMI and cloud service together. I mean, if you're looking for a cloud solution, Weincloud can help our users to monitor their machines and improve production. What is more is that it will only take you a little time to deploy Weincloud easily. And this is the architecture of our Weincloud. And basically, that if the machine data are in the factory, no matter it is from the PLC or it is from the remote IOs or any kind of devices, as long as they can be connected by our CMTX HMI, our CMTX HMI will connect with to the Weincloud. Then the users can see the data and the metrics from their monitoring room remotely. Okay, or they can also maintain the machine from thousands of miles away from the factory. And so basically that all of these services, no matter they want to monitor their factory's machines or they want to remotely maintain their machines, and this is all through our Weincloud server. Okay, so that's our Weincloud can help you or your customers in many ways. For example, here we have two scenarios here. Scenario one, okay, let's go to talk about scenario one. Scenario one is that Weincloud can help you to integrate field data from different devices. And that is say that if you are a machine builder, for example, if you are a machine builder, and you have sold your machines to a lot of different factories, to a lot of different customers, or to a lot of countries. And some of these machines are in Europe, and some of the machines are in Asia. And when these machines are having problems, or there are some parts of the machine that needs to be changed, right? You need to modify some parameters of the machines, or maybe that there are some parts that you need to change before, like the screw, a little screw that is almost damaged, right? You want to change it, or the sensor is kind of getting old and you need to change it, right? Or the ink in your printer that you want to change it, right? Any kind of parts that you want to change, right? You only need to and you want to monitor these machines' data. So when there's something happen, when there's problems or some parts of the machines that you need to change for the customer, you can alert your customer in advance, right? So they can fix the machine or change the parts of the machines before their machines are having problems, before their production is forced to shut down. Okay, if you are a machine builder and you want to alert your customer before that, and this is the first scenario. And the second scenario is that Weincloud can help you to monitor the operation from anywhere. Right? For example, if you are a manager in a factory and you wish to monitor the machine status anytime you want, even when you're not in the factory. And in case that something wrong with the production, and you want to respond the abnormal situation right away. You want to control the machine. You want to tune in the machine right away, and you're not in the factory now, right? These kind of two scenarios are I think that it is important to many users who want to have the remote solution or cloud solution. And if you or your customers who wants to build this kind of solution by yourself or by customer themselves, and there might be some problems. For example, you need to overcome the communication integration because the OT engineer, they can only understand their machines, they can only understand about PLC, they can only understand about HMI, right? But they don't know how to send the data to the cloud. And if you are maybe you're hiring some IT guy, IT engineering or IT system integrator, and come to help you to build this kind of solution, right? But the IT side, they don't understand about the machine, and they only knows how to send the data to the cloud. So in this kind of situation, you need to know how to connect the OT side and IT side's knowledge together so they can work together. And there's also another problem about the device's cost, right? Because that if you want to build a cloud or remote solution, usually you need to buy extra hardware to set up the system, right? And the last problem is that to build this kind of solution, and you must have IT background, right? So you need to hire an IT system integrator or IT engineering to do this kind of cloud integration, and that is also an extra cost. Okay, so if you want to build this kind of build solutions for this kind of two scenario, you will face this kind of problems here, right? Okay, so for our Weincloud, these are the key advantages, right? Because that our Weincloud is very easy for setup, right? If you are an IT guy, you don't need to know how to rewire the machines, right? You don't need to worry about it. And if you are a OT engineer, you don't need to worry about how to build how to build a cloud server, and our Weintek will take care of them all, right? And our Weincloud can also save your costs because that you don't need to buy extra hardware or reprogram your machines to fit the new remote or cloud devices you bought, right? You only need our CMPX machine. You only need our CMPX HMI and Weincloud. And so when they connect together, and it is done, right? And the last advantage is that our Weincloud can lower the technical barriers, right? You don't need IT background or to build a cloud system by yourself, and just connect our HMI with the Weincloud, right? You don't have any other kind of background you need to prepare. So these are our key advantages. And it is especially perfect for machine builders or system integrators, or anyone who's looking for this kind of cloud or remote solutions, but they don't have IT background. Okay, so our Weincloud is especially perfect for these three types of people, and our Weincloud can be a very good solution. Right. So our Weincloud at this moment, we provided two independent services, right? And some of you may already familiar or may be already familiar with our EasyAccess 2.0. We already provide these services for years, so most of you may have already know it. Right? It is a remote control service for individual HMI operation. And if you want to do maintenance of the machines, you can also use EasyAccess 2.0 to accomplish that, right? And you can use EasyAccess 2.0 to monitor your machine or update HMI and PLC's program. And you can get alarm notification from your phone. and you can do machine troubleshooting, right? You can do all of them even when you're miles away from the factory. So this is basically what EasyAccess 2.0 does. Okay, and another service is our new dashboard service, right? Our dashboard, the Weincloud dashboard, is a centralized monitoring tool. So you can view the data from a lot of machines on the same screen. And it is using web-based interface. So basically, you only need a browser. You just need a browser, no matter it's a browser on your PC, on your notebook, or on your tablet, on your phone. And you just need a browser, and you get the link, and you can view this dashboard. And to edit the dashboard, it is using a drag and drop editor, right? So you can design the dashboard just in minutes, and you don't need extra background. You don't need IT knowledge, and you don't need to know what it is, what PLC is, right? And you can make yourself a dashboard so that you can view all the machine data with visualization. So this is basically about our dashboard service. This is our new service here, right? So let's make a summary about the first part here. And basically that EasyAccess 2.0 is for individual HMI or individual machines operation. And the dashboard service is for viewing many machines data on one screen. Okay, if you want to see a lot of machines data on one screen, okay, on one dashboard, and dashboard is that kind of service, right? And basically, these two services are independent, right? The users they can choose which service will suit them, and they can just only need to use that to activate that feature. Okay, these two services are independent; they are not bounded together. So this is about our Weincloud part. And the second part is that because our dashboard is a whole new services, so it's a whole new service. So I'm going to have some introduction about it. And basically, that's our dashboard, and these are its feature highlights. And our dashboard is very easy to go live, right? It only needs 4 steps. The dashboard design process is also very intuitive, right? Very easy to learn, very easy to design. And the dashboard can provide you an overview of a factory or multiple factories, right? You can see all the data on one dashboard, right? And the dashboard also provides different roles to set user permission. And the transmission of the dashboard, of the data between the dashboard and the machines are also encrypted. So the transmission are basically secure. So these are the 4 highlights, feature highlights of our dashboard service. Okay, so to send a machine's data to Weincloud and display it on the dashboard, the steps are quite simple. There are mostly only 4 steps to take. And in this slide, you can see that there are 2 rows. Okay, you can see 2 rows on the left. And the first one is Dashboard Manager. And another one is EasyBuilder Pro Project Designer. Okay, there are 2 different roles, right? So let's take a look at the the Dashboard Manager on the top here. Okay, so for this Dashboard Manager, he can decide he only need to focus on what kind of data he wants to see on the dashboard and what his dashboard should look like. He only need to worry about these parts. And it only takes him 4 steps. First of all, that he needs to have a Weincloud domain, a Weincloud account. Okay, and the second step is to add the HMI to his domain, right? So he can monitor the data of these HMIs, right? And the third step is that he can create the tags he wants to view on Weincloud. Okay, and the last step is using the widgets to view the data, and he can put these widgets on his dashboard. He can design this dashboard to decide how he wants to show this data. Okay, so these are the simple. Sorry, guys. All right, sorry guys. That was our buildings broadcast. They're going to have some exercise or something, right? So let's go back to our topic here. And so I've just introduced about the dashboard manager. It only takes him 4 steps to create a dashboard. So he doesn't need to worry about the HMI side or the PLC side, right? So let's go to our Easy Builder Pro Designer part. Okay, go to the down here, and you can see that for the Easy Builder Pro Designer, there are only 3 steps for him, right? And he doesn't need to worry about the dashboard side. He doesn't need to worry about, okay, how am I going to show this data to the one who wants to view the data, right? He doesn't need to worry about this part, because this part, how the data will show a dashboard, are responsible by the dashboard manager. He only needs to focus on HMI's project, as he always does, right? As he used to be. And the first is that he needs to log in a Weincloud account in Easy Builder Pro. Right? He needs to log in. Right. And the second part is that he just can sync the cloud tags to Easy Builder Pro. He can get the cloud tags on Weincloud, and in Easy Builder Pro, he can map these tags with the actual register, with actual machine data, right? And after that, and basically that he has already synced the tags from Weincloud. And the last part is that he needs to download the Easy Builder Pro project to HMI, so that HMI can actually send the data to Weincloud, and it is finished. Okay, so you can see that these steps are quite simple, right? It's not very complicated. You can connect our HMI to send machines data to the dashboard, right? And the concept here is that our dashboard and HMI's project doesn't need to be completed by one person, right? They can finish their part independently, right? They don't need to be working together. They can just be in the different places and finish their own work, right? But of course, that this is one of the concepts. If you want to let one person to finish all that, of course, it is also fine. But we can also allow 2 different people to have their own work, to finish their own part. Okay, so these are the steps about how to design the Weincloud, the dashboard, sorry. Okay, and our dashboard, it provides a very intuitive user interface. Right, you can create your own dashboard just by dragging the widgets and drop it. And it is so simple that even if you're not an engineer, you can design the dashboard by yourself. For example, I have a very good example, because that I have a colleague in Weintek, and she's from our marketing team, right? And she has 0 knowledge about our Easy Builder Pro, and she doesn't know how to build a HMI project, right? But she can learn the dashboard part, from creating tags to design a dashboard, and she can learn that and finish that in less than 30 minutes. Right? So the design is very intuitive and simple, right? And so it is basically for most of the I think that for a lot of people that it's very easy to use the dashboard, right? So after the dashboard, after you design the dashboard, and you only need to have the link, and you can monitor your dashboard you finish on any browser. Okay, so this is the design part. Okay, and the next part is that the dashboard basically can provide you an overview of all your machines, no matter these machines are in one factory or they are separated in different countries, right? The data from different machines can be displayed on one dashboard, and it shows the real-time data and help you get machine status quickly. Right? And you can save some machines data and history data in Weincloud and using dashboard to view them. Right? So this history data provides you further insight into production. Right? So basically, then this is what our dashboard provides. And currently, that our dashboard we provide support this kind of widgets here. Let's take a look. So this is our dashboard, and you can see that we have provided this kind of widgets. You can show the numbers. It has meter, it has progress rate, and it has the length, and it has the trend display, and it has the bar chart, right? And currently, that these widgets are the one. Yeah, so let me zoom. Okay. So basically, that at this moment, that these widgets are what we supported, right? But we're going to add more widgets in the future. For example, like alarm and map widgets. We are going to support them in the future. And for you just saw it on our on that dashboard. You can see that there are trend widgets, right? And there are bar charts and there are pie charts. And these three different charts, it can allow you to put different machines data on one widget. Okay, so you can view different HMIs, different machines data. You can compare them together on this kind of widgets, right? And they have so each widgets you can put maybe 5 tags or 10 tags on one widgets, but you can put many widgets. Okay, many widgets on one dashboard. Okay, so these are basically about our dashboard widgets here. Okay, and our dashboard's data transmission is using MQTT. Right? I'm sure that some of you may already know what MQTT is. So the MQTT advantages, our dashboard also has it, and it has a very fast and light data transmission. And our dashboard's data transmission are all using SSL and TLS encryption. And the encryption is for both HMI to the dashboard and from dashboard to the browser. Basically, that these two transmissions are all encrypted. Okay, and we also have a data retention feature. For example, that if the HMIs are temporarily disconnected with the dashboard, the data can be saved in HMI for a few hours, right, until the connection is restored. Okay, so we also have the data retention feature here. Okay. So these are basically the 4 advantages of our dashboard, and let's take a look at its spec here. Each HMI that it can send 150 tags to the dashboard, and in these 150 tags, you can choose 50 tags to be history tags. So the data can be saved so these 50 tags can be saved in dashboard, right? And the history data, it can be saved on our server for a year, like 365 days. Okay, and the data refresh rate and like how the frequency you want to see your data being updated on the dashboard is between 5 seconds to 60 seconds. Okay, you can change decide the rate by yourself. And each dashboard project, you can create different pages. And for one dashboard, you can create 10 pages, right? And for dashboard features, it is only supported by our CMPX series HMI. Okay, our other HMI series are not supported. So this is basically the spec of our dashboard. Okay, so about dashboards license, for at this moment, we provide a free trial period. Okay, so any users that they have our CMPX HMIs and their CMPX HMIs have EasyAccess 2.0 activated, they can try our dashboard features for free, right? For free from now to next year's by the end of August next year, right? And after September next year, and we will start to have a regular license charge. Okay, and well, we will announce how it will be charged in the future, but for now, that it is a free trial for our CMPX users who has EasyAccess 2.0 activated. Okay, so this is about our dashboard. Okay, so we have a briefly introduction about our dashboard. So let's talk about the permission management of Weincloud. Okay, and in our Weinclouds, that there are 3 roles here, right? And these roles are applied to both dashboard and EasyAccess 2.0. Okay, and there are 3 different roles in Weincloud, which are admin, super user, and user. Right. So what super user can do is basically the same as admin, right? But the difference is that there can be only one admin here, and admin can create or remove super user, right? And there can be many super users here, but the super user, they cannot create or remove another super user, right? And both the admin and super users can create or remove user, and they can manage all the settings about EasyAccess 2.0 or dashboard in Weincloud. Okay, so this is about admin and super user and the differences between them. But as for the user, the normal user, they can only see EasyAccess 2.0 and dashboard, and it is limited to the HMIs that he is allowed to see. So he cannot see every HMIs. He can only see the HMIs that he is allowed to see. And the user, he cannot manage the settings in Weincloud, and he cannot create users and change a permission. Okay. Only admin and super user can do that. The super user admin can do that, and the normal user, he can only view and edit EasyAccess 2.0 or dashboard, and it's limited to the HMIs that he is allowed to use. Okay, so these are basically the differences between these 3 kind of roles. Okay, so basically that we provide permission management for better collaboration here. And these 3 different roles provide flexibility for the Weincloud administrator. As a Weincloud administrator, you can decide different users' relationship with different HMIs, right? And because that the user, the normal user, can only access to EasyAccess 2.0 and dashboard of the HMI that is assigned to him. So if you are a administrator of a Weincloud domain, right? And you have different customers, or maybe there are different levels of employees in your factory, and you can decide who can access specific HMI. You can decide that, okay, this user, I only want him to see HMI A, and another user, and I can let him to see HMI B and C, right? This is all decided by the administrator or super user, right? And you can also decide who can see this dashboard, and who can see another dashboard. You can also decide this. And as a administrator and super user here, you can decide these permissions for different users, right? So these permissions are listed below here. And first is that as a admin or super user, you can edit HMI's data source, right? You can edit HMI's tag name. You can decide what kind of data you want to provide the dashboard, and that you can decide the permission of edit dashboard. You can decide which user can edit this dashboard and which user cannot. And you can also decide that if a user can add tags from the HMI to the dashboard, or whether this user can connect to this HMI via EasyAccess or not. And the last one is pass-through. You can decide if this user can use the pass-through on this specific HMI or not. So these 5 permissions that as a administrator or as a super user, you can control which user account can do it, which user account cannot. Okay, and this provides a lot of flexibility for different applications. Right. So this besides the different roles, and you can also set different user group and device group here. For example, there are different groups of HMI from group 1 to group 4, like below here, right? You can see that there are four groups here, right? And there are different HMIs, right? And as a administrator, that you can decide that the user, you can see the group above here. You can see that this group, the engineer group, that he can only see the HMIs of group 1 and group 2, or this independent HMI F here. And this group here, the second group here is like the India factory group here. You can let him to only viewing the HMIs of group 3 and group 4 and HMI J. And you can also name a super user that he can see all the HMIs in all the groups. Right. So basically that we have this device group and the user group, so which is easier for our administrator to manage who can do what kind of features and who can view which HMIs and which dashboard. Okay, this make the management be easier. Okay, so this is basically about our user permissions of our Weincloud, and it is for both EasyAccess 2.0 and dashboard here. Okay, and the last part is that we're going to have a small demonstration about our dashboard, so I can show you guys that how to send HMI's data to our dashboard. Right, so you can have better, you can see better as well. Okay, so previously I talked about there are different steps, right? There are 4 steps to create a dashboard, and there are 3 steps to connect the HMI with the dashboard. I'm going to do it now all by myself, but of course it can be also done by two people here. Okay, so let me go to our Weincloud here. Right, in the Weincloud, you can see that there are dashboard, there are EasyAccess 2.0, and there are management. So first, I'm going to dashboard's data source here, And I'm going to use this HMI, and this is my HMI here, right? This is a CMP 1392 X series here. I'm going to choose this HMI. I've already added into the domain here, right? So let me adjust the screen here. Okay. So I'm going to add a tag here, right? So I'm going to add a tag here, and here I'm going to name it as a machine one temperature. Okay, I'm going to create a tag called machine one temperature here, and this temperature, the data type will be integer here, and I want to make it as a history tag, right? So it can be saved, the data can be saved on our cloud server. And the interval, I can set it between 5 seconds to 60 seconds. So now I'm going to set it as to 5 seconds. Right. Okay. So I have created a tag here. Okay, which is called machine one temperature. After finish, I just need to press save. Okay. So I have already created a tag here. So the next part is that I'm going to create a dashboard here, right? So I'll go to the project under dashboard here, right? And I'm going to unload on top right corner. I'm going to click on create new project, right? And I'm going to give it a name. Okay, so here's the Weincloud project. And so you can see that basically that this is the edit user interface of our Weincloud, and I can just drag a lot of widgets, drag the widgets I want, and drag and drop here. So then I can finish my dashboard here. Right? Okay, so I can just drag and drop it. Okay, so this is how you can edit your dashboard here. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to create a trend widget here. The trend widget can show the history text data. Right, so I'm going to show machine one's temperatures data here. So the first thing I'm going to do is that because I'm going to decide to monitor my HMI's machine one temperature tag, so I can just select the HMI, the shown HMI, I just create the tags. I just choose the HMI and click on the choose the tag I just created, machine one temperature here, and press save. Okay, so this dashboard can display machine one's temperature. But of course, now you can also add another machine's data. Like you can also add your data here. Right, you can add to. I have another HMI's data. I can also put them together here on the same under the same trend here. Right, and after that, I can decide okay how it looks and what color I want it to be shown. Right, and there are some dots. Maybe I just want to cancel the dots or make the dots being bigger. Right, I can just decide the different look, and I can also make the line tension a little bit rounder. Right. So this is how we edit the dashboard. You just choose the widgets you want to put in your dashboard and just select the tag that you want to display on that widget. Okay, and then after that, we have finished this dashboard here, and then I'm going to press publish when I'm finished. Okay, so after I publish. Press publish here, and I can decide who can view this dashboard I just created. I can decide that maybe it's anyone with the link, okay, can view. Anyone who knows the link can view it, or there are only specific users who can view this link, right? And you can decide that any user under this domain, they can all see this dashboard, or you can decide only specific users. For example, that you can see that in my domain here, I have from user 1 to user 4. So I can just decide that, okay, maybe I only want user two to see this dashboard. So I can just I can just decide, I can add the users, I can decide who can see this dashboard. Okay, so here, and after you have set who you want to let them view this dashboard, just press publish. Okay, then there's going to be a link, right? And just view the site, and you can see that whoever, if you only let, for example, that I just let a certain specific user, they can view this dashboard. So you can provide this link to that user, and he can use his user account to log in, so he can view this dashboard. So whoever doesn't have the user account and password, they cannot view this dashboard. Okay, so basically, this is how my dashboard will be look like here. Okay, so the dashboard part is actually quite easy. So you can see that I just need to create the tags and drag and drop the widgets, and and all the work from the dashboard part is done. And what's more is that I can decide who can edit this dashboard project. So here you can see that we have this project permission here. See this? Okay, you can see that there's a project permission here. And here I can decide that which user can edit this dashboard, which user cannot. I can just set the permission here. Okay, remember that both admin and super user, they can decide, they all can decide which user can edit it and which user cannot. For the user, he cannot decide who can edit or not. Okay, that is the difference between admin and the normal user and super user. Okay, so this is about the Weincloud part. And let's go to EasyBuilder Pro. Okay, so in EasyBuilder Pro, that we only need to go to Weincloud here. Okay, Weincloud here, and we click on the dashboard features here. Okay, so the next part is that we are going to log in with our domain account. So here I'm going to use admin to log in. So I've logged in with this account here. Okay, so after I have login here, I can press sync button. Okay, you can see there's a sync here. I just click on it. You can see that it will list all the HMIs in my domain, right? Because I use admin to log in, so I can see all the HMI. If you are using user account to log in, you can only see the HMIs you have permission. Okay, so here I'm going to choose Sean HMI, which I just create a tag. Okay, I just choose this HMI and click on sync again. So you can see that the machine one temperature tag will be synced into EasyBuilder Pro. Okay, so I just press OK here, and here I just double click it, and I can decide, I can change the register, and maybe I can change to a PLC register or other registers, so that when our HMI is running with the PLCs, we can send the actual data to Weincloud and link with this machine one temperature. Okay, so here I just need to change the register here. And after it is done, you have changed the register, you have changed the link the register with the Weincloud tag. And the next part you need to do is just download the project into the HMI. And it is done. Okay, the EasyBuilder Pro part is done, right? You only need, so let's repeat it again here. For the dashboard manager, just like what I've shown here, that he only needs to has the HMI in his domain and create the cloud tags and design his own dashboard. And for the EasyBuilder Pro designer, he needs to log in with his Weincloud account first, and then he just needs to map each cloud tag with the actual device registers. Okay. Then the final part is that he download the project into the HMI. So you can see that in this demonstration, I have shown you that actually it's very, very easy, okay, to help you to publish, to send your machine's data to our Weincloud dashboard. And it won't take you much time to finish it. Okay. So basically these are the introduction about our new Weincloud cloud service today and our new series of dashboard. We have this basic introduction about it. And you're welcome to maybe you have some questions you want to ask, and you can type in here. Okay, you can type your question here.